Recently, news has been circulating about the discovery of huge structures under the pyramids of Egypt. This news has once again focused all eyes on the pyramids and the history of Egypt. But why is the Egyptian government silent about this? Are they hiding an important secret from the people of the world? In this video, we will examine this issue from different angles. If I tell you what a deep connection has been found between the underground structures of the pyramids and a verse from the Bible, you will definitely be shocked. So if you are ready, let's start the video. The secret of the construction of the Egyptian pyramids has not yet been fully revealed. The huge structures made of large stone blocks and are believed to be only the tombs of the pharaohs. But everything is not as simple as we think. These pyramids hid great secrets under them. The pyramids are made of approximately 23 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons. But have you ever asked yourself how these pyramids were built so accurately and perfectly in those years without modern technology or even simple and primitive tools? Some claim that the pyramids were built by giant humans, and some believe that an advanced alien civilization was involved in building the pyramids. But if we put these discussions aside, a new mystery has been added to these mysteries. Today, the question is no longer how the pyramids were built, but what is hidden under the pyramids. In March 25th, an international team led by Caetano Malanga and Filippo Biondi began their research on the Giza Plateau using special technology, and it did not take long for them to notice amazing structures under the pyramids of Giza. Using advanced radar, they identified the empty space under the pyramids and their strange structures in high quality. The first thing that caught their attention was 8 huge structures in the form of vertical columns that penetrated to a depth of 640 meters. In the image, these columns are somehow connected to the pyramids, and a series of spiral lines can be seen around these columns. These lines are strangely similar to the spiral structure of DNA, but that's not all. At the end of these columns, researchers have also discovered 2 huge cubical structures measuring 80 by 80 and empty space like a warehouse or a room. But what did these rooms do? One of the initial hypotheses could be that they could be some kind of energy cell. Some theorists claim that these cubes were used to collect or store natural electromagnetic energy. There is also another hypothesis that these cubes may be ritual areas. Some believe that these spaces are sacred halls where rituals related to immortality or soul transfer were performed. And others say that historical information from unknown ancient civilizations and technologies is hidden in these rooms. We will discuss this in more detail later. But if we look closely, these rooms are connected by passages that resemble an underground city. But what is truly amazing is that the radar data points to another layer at a greater depth. Some data show that there are other structures at a level between 1,200 and 2,100 meters. Researchers say that the underground structures and structures of the Giza Plateau are 10 times larger than the pyramids of Giza. To better understand, imagine an iceberg with its head out and 90% underwater. Like the pyramids, the stone blocks on the ground and the ancient structures connected to them are hidden underground. These findings make one think. For example, I think of the stories that Herodotus told in the 5th century BC. In his famous work called Chronicles, he wrote about his trip to Egypt and the information he collected about the pyramids. Based on the stories that he heard from the priests of Egypt at that time, Herodotus claims that the pyramids hide a great secret not only on the surface of the earth, but also in their underground parts. According to him, the Great Pyramid of Khufu is not just a huge structure of stone blocks, but there is a large room underneath it in which there is an artificial lake filled with Nile water, in the middle of which there is a stone island.
In the middle of this island, the pharaoh lies in a golden coffin. Herodotus also adds that underground tunnels were dug to build the pyramids, and this work was actually done to create secret areas under the pyramids. He even points out that these underground corridors and chambers are more complex than the visible parts of the pyramids. According to these accounts, there's a mysterious world beneath the pyramids, full of secret passages and underground chambers and water structures. Herodotus also states that the workers who built the pyramids numbered in the hundreds of thousands and that the construction took more than 20 years. This also shows that not only the structure above the pyramids, but also the complex system below them took a long time to build. Today, archaeologists do not give much importance to these writings, but in 1990, some investigations showed that there are unusual spaces and tunnel-like structures under the Giza Plateau. In addition, just in 2017, a large secret space was discovered inside the Great Pyramid that was previously unknown, which makes one think that Herodotus's narratives about the underground space may have at least some basis. Today, serious excavations have not really been carried out under the Great Pyramid because the Egyptian authorities do not allow such projects. Therefore, whether the lake and island that Herodotus mentioned are a myth or reality is not entirely clear. But that's not all that's talked about with the pyramids. Throughout history, many legends have claimed that the secrets of wisdom and lost civilizations were hidden away to be discovered one day. One of the most mysterious concepts at the center of legends is the Chamber of Secrets, which is believed to contain secret chambers beneath the pyramids that contain information about the true origins of humanity and the history of lost civilizations, as well as the secrets of advanced technologies and cosmic knowledge. There are even claims that the rulers of the lost civilization of Atlantis transferred their information to Egypt before the Great Catastrophe, and this information is now hidden in these chambers. Now, with recent discoveries under the pyramids, the subject of the Chamber of Secrets has returned to the spotlight. It is also mentioned in some ancient Egyptian texts that Tutankhamun hid important information in these chambers. It is also stated in the Hermetic teachings that the secrets of Egypt are hidden deep and in inaccessible places, and that eventually the rulers will reveal this information again. Therefore, the Chambers of Secrets are not just a document room, but are also seen as a place where the greatest secrets of world history are kept. Now we come to the more exciting part about the Under Pyramids. If you agree, let's discuss the connection between the Holy Quran, the life of Prophet Moses, and this topic a little. But to better understand this topic, we must first briefly recall Nikola Tesla's connection with the pyramids. Throughout his life, Nikola Tesla believed that the fundamental secrets of the world were based on frequencies, energies, and vibrations, and part of his research was specifically related to the pyramids, especially the position, shape, and structural proportions of the pyramids of Giza, which attracted his attention. For example, the Great Pyramid of Giza is almost perfectly aligned with the North Pole, and its base dimensions follow mathematical principles and proportions, and the ratio of height to base circumference is in striking harmony with the diameter and circumference of the Earth. Tesla concluded from this mathematical harmony that the pyramids were perhaps not just tombs, but were built to collect, concentrate, or radiate energy. One of Tesla's most famous projects was the Wardenclyffe Tower, which was designed to wirelessly transmit energy from the Earth's natural electromagnetic fields. Tesla claimed that the Earth vibrates with frequencies, and these frequencies could be collected and distributed by constructing the right buildings. It was at this point that Tesla suspected that the pyramids might also be an ancient energy transmission system. Some researchers believe that Tesla was inspired by the shape and geomagnetic properties of the pyramids when designing the Wardenclyffe Tower. In particular, the sharp point of the pyramids directed energy towards the sky, and their wide base provided a suitable form for collecting energy from the Earth.
Some modern researchers have also proposed these things based on Tesla's ideas. In the area where the pyramids of Giza were built, there is an energy node where the natural electromagnetic currents of the Earth are concentrated. The pyramids may collect these energies and emit them into the surrounding environment by creating resonances at specific frequencies. These resonances may even affect human consciousness. In this regard, the pyramids overlap well with Tesla's theory of universal frequency. everything is vibration and everything has a frequency. Perhaps the Egyptians knew the secret of energy control thousands of years ago. The pyramids are actually frequency gates between the earth and the sky, just like Tesla believed. But if these theories are correct, another theory also comes into play. Some researchers claim that this energy supply is provided by an ancient object under the pyramids. But what is this energy source? Do you remember the story of Moses and Pharaoh? As you know, Pharaoh allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt, but suddenly he changed his mind. What do you think could have changed Pharaoh's mind? Some believe that Moses not only led his people out of Egypt, but also took this energy source with him, something that was later placed in the Ark of the Covenant. This made the Ark of the Covenant a mysterious and dangerous box. For this reason, anyone who approached this box would lose their life. But after finishing these theories and discussions, we found a connection between the pyramids and underground structures in the Quran. It is said in the Quran that, "Did not you see what your Lord did with the people of Ad? What did he do with the people of Samud, who carved stones in their valleys, and with Pharaoh, who owned nails?" At first glance, some scholars have interpreted these nails as the methods of torture that Pharaoh used on people. But in this verse, while the great pillars of Ad and the stone carvings of the people of Thamud are mentioned, and the city of Iram, which has no equal in the uncreated lands, is it really the nails and torches of Pharaoh that are meant, or is it referring to something bigger and deeper? Perhaps the nails are a reference to the huge underground structures of the pyramids, or how the pyramids were sunk into the ground with nails. Perhaps these nails refer to the deep corridors and large structures discovered under the Giza Plateau, which are said to have large gaps and are surrounded by winding paths. The Quran may have mentioned this in this verse. Of course, God knows the truth better than anyone. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this style of videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.